Hi, I'm Dr. Trudy Germanovich, and I'm going to yield my time to Anne.
Thank you.
Thank you. I am a media specialist. That's what I did for most of my career. That's the part I'm not hearing, and you have that resource. And I'd like to hear more of that, because in your appendix, read-alouds are understood as powerful tools for teaching literary elements. I can do that blindfolded, upside down, and backwards, and my students love it. So, read-alouds. My mom read aloud to me every night till I was 12 years old, and insisted on doing it under the covers with the flashlight myself. So reading aloud is the key to literacy. I teach my friends. It's not teaching children just how to read. It's hearing literature. It's hearing the reading being done with them. And you can read to a child much higher vocabulary than they can read themselves. And you can stop and give the comprehension and help that child. I read Harry Potter to my children way before they were able to do it. So this is missing here. You have media specialists who are a key element that I did not see in this report at all. Hire back your media clerks. You wanted to know how can we get more time, Ms. Korn? If I wasn't shelving books and I had my clerk and I could do more lesson planning, reading aloud, interacting, and that would also free up some planning time for teachers. It gives children more opportunities to use libraries where the books are, just the tangible, and the iPads. So that's key. I know as a media specialist, I was brought in, the question about summer slide, I was brought in and requested to be a media specialist for a summer school program. The elementary school is already open. The library is already there. The materials are sitting there. Use it. That's not rocket science. Raise your hand if you've taught second grade. Awesome. The COGAT was worthless to me. I don't know about anybody else, but it is designed to be 3 domains to measure for general reasoning. I'm not sure how the cognitive ability verbal is here as a key performance indicator, because this is about literacy, and being verbal is a piece of literacy, but it's one tiny piece. Being able to discuss, being able to write, being able to read, being able to do all kinds of things is literacy. Being able to do research, being able to tell if it's authentic. One of the problems in our country today is not knowing the source of the information that we have just gotten. As a media specialist, I teach source documentation, I teach validity, and I teach reliability. So let's teach kindergartners that when Charlie Brown says he's having a bad day, it's because Charlie Brown's having a bad day. You don't have to have a bad day. You don't have to buy into that oh, poor me, oh, I'm a Charlie Brown. No, you don't have to be Eeyore. You don't have to be Charlie Brown. You can be the optimist. You can be the piglet. You can be the person who lifts people up. You can be the Lucy who gives advice. You have characters that you can go back and look at. That's what literacy is about. As a media specialist also, I have to tell you that it's not reading books. It's reading. And it's not finding it. I had this discussion with Mr. Gall the other day. When a child tells me I don't like to read, my reply is no. You do like to read. You haven't found what you like to read yet. That is our goal. Is not to just hammer in reading. I'm going to bash you. I'm going to benchmark you. I'm going to da-da. I'm going to find joy between 2 covers in the pages of a book, in a comic book, on a cereal box. I have taught my children how to, you don't have books at home? Do you get the junk mail? Do you get the red blum? You cut out the words and you make your own sentences and you build your own stories. You don't even have to write them. There are ways to build literacy that does not have anything to do with a book. Everybody needs to read Max's words. It was on the FRA list. He collects words. Our children need to collect words. Continue to collect words. Sharing best practices is being interpreted in this district as a mandate. So let's use the word share more and mandate less. I love the conversation between OSPA and academics, but please include teachers, that we like to be included. Teaching is the most important thing your teachers do. Testing is not important enough for me to volunteer my time, to give up my summer or my Saturdays to test, to BAS. That's not happening. I'm as a unionist, I am not supporting me giving up my
right.
billable hours.
Thank you, Ms. Pierpont.